The wellness revolution, which started at the developed world at the turn of the century, continued to spread like wildfire to the rest of the world. My name is Conrad Pererras. I am a wellness advocate and a strategic advisor to the Asia CEO events. I'm here to invite you to attend the Asia Wellness Forum, which will be held on Thursday, November 12, from 10:30 in the morning to around 12 noon. It will be live streamed over the Asia CEO Forum Facebook page. Don't miss it. Join us in the continuing wellness revolution. Prevention is better than the best cure. That is what I have been preaching as a wellness advocate for the last 2 decades. But in the last 4 months, it gained more meaning as I tested COVID positive. I knew where I got it, but I won't tell you. But for a 69er like me, it is a hell of an experience to catch it at this time of the pandemic. As I was preparing to say goodbye to my family before boarding an ambulance, I wanted very much to embrace my wife and hug my daughter in the slim chance that they may not see me again. I wanted to call my son, who lives in New York, to give to him to come home to take care of his mother and his sister. But I will do that later. I don't want to worry him unnecessarily. And so I checked into Makati Med. As soon as I got into the emergency room, I saw so many patients waiting to be examined. Naturally, I complained to my doctors and asked them to take me away from there. I might be infected. But I was assured that I cannot get any worse because we're all COVID patients. But as I said, I'm just a person under suspicion. Nevertheless, I asked to be isolated, and they showed me into this small room where I stayed for a while until I get my permanent room. That was the story on the first day. On the second day, as soon as I got into my room, a battery of nurses and doctors came in and surrounded my room and interviewed me again. This time, I was willing to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, I told them I was experiencing body pains, my throat was dry, I was having mild coughs and colds. I even confessed that I was taking paracetamol 4 times a day to keep my temperature in check. Obviously, I was in denial up to that point in time. Then, at about midnight, a nurse came in and they injected me intravenously remdesivir. Apparently, this is the best cure for COVID. And they did this for 5 more nights. It was a very expensive cure, but it is the best. They gave me more medicines, but they were mostly ascorbic acid and zinc. On the second day of my confinement, I woke up a little late. But on my table were fruits and multivitamins. There was no cart that came with them, but I know where they came from. Do you? I did not tell my other clients about my condition, but I called some of my closest friends and told them about my predicament. Of course, they gave me some advice, and they said, just pray and stay positive. What an advice. On the third day, I was trying to settle down. And I started thinking, when I get out of this hospital, what am I going to do? I told myself that I must be able to find something that I like doing for the rest of my life. Yes, I will keep physical distance from the people around me, but I will stay socially connected to the people I love and care. I need to fix my finances. I need to take care of my physical well-being like I've never done before. And most importantly, I must find something that I can do for my community without expecting anything in return. And that is what I've been doing. In the last 4 months, I discovered that my true passion lies in helping people through my consulting and advocacy work. I tried to get in touch with my distant relatives, reach out to my classmates, and find on Facebook my long-lost friends. I looked at my golf bag and I want to swing the clubs once again. But for now, I'm happy with walking around the village, eating healthily, and managing the energies of whatever is left. I also found that if there is an advocacy I'd like to do at this point in time, is to join the campaign to contain and prevent the spread of the coronavirus. So what did I learn from all of this? Firstly, the mere fact that I'm here and able to talk to you is already an affirmation that indeed there is a true God who responded to my prayers. Despite COVID-19, I'm still here, alive and kicking. It is good enough reason for a celebration. God must want me to do something. I must still have to fulfill a mission. And I will fulfill that mission till I am 6 feet underground. In the words of Robert Frost, for the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and distance to go before I sleep. Have a nice day, everyone. To all my friends in Toastmasters, particularly those from Diamond Toastmasters Club, good evening. 12 months has passed since our last Christmas get-together. In the last 9 months of this 12, we were all practically locked down because of the pandemic. I am happy to report that none of us has succumbed to this deadly beast. Everyone is all accounted for. Even I, who contracted COVID 4 months ago, survived and has fully recovered. And thanks to all the prayers of my friends in Toastmasters. They say that we are all in this together, that we are all in the same boat, faced with the same storm, in the same ocean. The truth of the matter is that we have reacted to the crisis in many different ways. Many continue to respond to something that they've never experienced before. Others have recovered quickly from the crisis, and yet a few thrived despite or in spite the crisis. With the vaccine coming in a few months, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. What is important to note is that despite the crisis, all of us are here together tonight to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, bringing good tidings to each and every one of us, like in the years past. We have many things to thank for. For example, Biden has won, Trump has lost, which signals a new era in global politics and economics. Our own local economy started to open up. Our OFWs, 10 million of them all over the world, continue to remit their hard-earned money to their loved ones back home. Digital technologies continue to ease the pain of separation and strengthen the bond among us. We are able to Zoom as we wait for the boom and avoid the gloom. For all these blessings, I propose a toast. May we continue to sparkle and light up the world. Cheers!